Imagine turning something as simple as apples and honey into a drink so it could win awards, and saving a ton of money compared to buying fancy craft ciders. That's exactly what happens when you make a Cyser, and today I'm going to show you how easy it is. Before we dive in, please take a second to like the video and subscribe to the channel. It really helps me keep bringing you more mead making tips and recipes that can boost your craft. Thanks for supporting the channel. Now, if you're wondering what exactly is a Cyser, it's a type of mead, but with a twist. Mead is one of the oldest drinks in the world. It's made from fermenting honey with water. Cider is what you get when you ferment apple juice into alcohol. A Cyser brings the two together. It's fresh apple juice mixed with rich honey, fermented into something that's part fruity, part floral, and completely delicious. Making Cyser is simpler than you might think, but there's one important choice you'll make right at the start. Do you ferment the apple juice and the honey together or separately? Most of the time, the best way is to mix everything together from the very beginning. That way, the honey and apple flavors blend naturally during fermentation, and you get one smooth, balanced drink without extra steps. It's easier, it's traditional, and it gives you a true Cyser experience. Some advanced makers do ferment apple juice first, making a hard cider, and then add honey later, but honestly, that's more complicated and usually only worth it if you're chasing really high alcohol levels or doing a competition batch. For most everyone, starting with apple juice and honey combined is the way to go. It all starts with fresh ingredients. You'll need fresh pressed apple juice, no preservatives like potassium sorbate, or real good quality honey. I personally love using sweet clover honey, macadamia nut honey, or meadow foam honey for Cyser. They have a smooth, light floral character that lets the apples shine without getting too heavy or rich. If you prefer something bolder, darker honeys like buckwheat or mesquite can give a deeper twist. But for a classic, crisp Cyser, sweet clover honey is hard to beat. After you pick your ingredients, you blend the honey and the apple juice together until they're finely mixed. No need to heat or boil, just stir well, aiming for the right amount of sugar, somewhere between 1090 and 1120 if you check it with a hydrometer. That sugar is what the yeast will turn into alcohol. If you want an even cleaner, crystal clear final Cyser, you can add a small amount of pectic enzyme before fermentation. It's optional, but it helps break down natural pectin from the apples and clears up the drink beautifully. Once everything's mixed, it's time to add the yeast. Pick one that loves fruit, like Lalvin 71B or QA23. They help apple flavors shine without getting too sharp. And don't skip the yeast nutrients. Apple juice and honey alone do not give the yeast everything they need to stay healthy. I recommend using a staggered nutrient schedule. Add your nutrients in small doses around 24, 48, and 72 hours into fermentation. It keeps the yeast strong without overwhelming them. Before pitching your yeast, make sure the must, that's the unfermented mix, is full of oxygen. A good stir or shake helps the yeast grow. And during the first few days, it's a great idea to gently stir the must once a day. This helps release the trapped carbon dioxide and keeps the yeast working smoothly, especially if you're fermenting a bigger, higher gravity batch. One quick advanced tip. Apple juice is naturally a little acidic. It's smart to keep an eye on your pH during fermentation if you can. You want to stay above 3.2 to keep your yeast happy and healthy. It's not required, but it's something to be aware of if you want the cleanest, strongest fermentation possible. Keep your fermenter cool, ideally between 58 and 68 degrees Fahrenheit inside the fermenter to lock in those fresh apple aromas. Fermentation usually takes a few weeks. You'll see bubbles slow down, and once your gravity reading stays stable for a few days, it's time to rack the cider off the sediment into a clean vessel. Depending on your starting gravity and how you ferment it, your Cyser will usually end up around 9 to 12% alcohol, finishing somewhere between 1.0000 for a dry style or 1.020 if you like it a little sweeter. If you want to sweeten it after fermentation, and a lot of people do, you'll want to stabilize the Cyser first with a little potassium metasulfite and potassium sorbate. That way, when you add more honey, you won't accidentally start another fermentation. Back sweetening is your chance to make the Cyser exactly how you like it. And add a few ounces of honey at a time, taste and adjust. Always test small samples first. Once you love the flavor, let the Cyser age. A few months will make it smoother, but wait at least 6 months or longer. You'll be amazed how much the flavors deepen and blend. When aging your Cyser, glass carboys and stainless steel tanks are ideal. They help keep the flavors fresh and clean as the Cyser matures. When bottling time comes, you have a choice. Leave it still or make it sparkling. Adding a little sugar can naturally carbonate it in the bottle, or you can force carbonate it if you have a keg set up. Make sure fermentation is completely finished. or stabilized before bottling the sparkling Cyser to avoid messy surprises. The best part of making a Cyser at home isn't just the crazy amount of money you save compared to buying craft ciders. It's the freedom to create something completely your own, to control the apples, the honey, the yeast, the sweetness, the bubbles, everything. If you want to take it even further, try experimenting with different apple varieties too. Cortland, Liberty, or heirloom apples each bring their own twist to the flavor. Every batch you make is a chance to discover something new. Drop a comment below to share your experiences. Ask any questions or let me know how your mead turns out. I'd really love to hear from you. And if there's a specific mead making topic you'd like me to cover in a future video, don't be shy, let me know. And when your Cyser is finally ready, serve it chilled to bring out all those amazing apple and honey flavors at their best. For more information about mead making, off flavors, troubleshooting, etc., please check out my videos over here. They're full with a lot of information. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.